You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you to me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn, Ty's Path. So y'all, before we jump into it, just want to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel and get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alrighty. Okay, right here. Alright. I couldn't think of a time in my life where I was more excited for something than I was at this very moment. I couldn't wait to see what would happen next. I left the shower, finding the small pile of clothes Ty had left me. They emitted a slightly musty aroma, as though they'd been sitting in a cupboard for many years. I threw them on, and to my shock, I found they fit me surprisingly well. I noticed a small bottle of cologne on the vanity. Unable to resist, I applied Ty's cologne to my wrists and neck before inhaling deeply. Cinnamon and coconut. Now Ty's scent would follow me for the rest of the day, and I couldn't have been happier about it. Returning to the bedroom, I looked over towards Ty's bed. The sheets were, to say the least, a mess. I decided to take initiative and approach the bed, pulling his sheets loose and removing the covers from his duvet and pillows, piling them up and taking them with me as I ventured deeper into Ty's house in search of his laundry. Eventually, I located it, tucked away behind a door next to his kitchen. One second, y'all. He had an expensive and large washing machine which doubled as a clothes dryer. Perfect! I tossed the bedding in and added detergent and softener. Alas, I was considerably less successful in actually getting the washer to start. After 5 minutes without success, I decided to admit defeat, abandoning the task. At the very least, a load of washing would be ready to go for when Ty returned home later in the evening. As I entered, I noticed a tote bag atop the counter. Looking inside, I saw my dirty clothes from the day prior, neatly folded within. Beside the bag was a plate wrapped with foil and a small note on top. Not unlike unwrapping a gift, I excitedly peeled the foil from the plate. Carefully stacked atop the plate were several buttermilk pancakes, expertly cooked and near perfectly round. Beside them lay a small container filled to the brim with what looked like... No way! I dipped my finger into the syrup and licked it clean. It was the unmistakable taste of passion fruit. I felt my tail begin wagging involuntarily as I grabbed the note from atop the foil. It read, "There is a tub of vanilla ice cream on the top shelf of the freezer. Enjoy." Overcome with anticipation, I grabbed the ice cream from the freezer and scooped some out, depositing it atop my still warm pancakes before covering everything in syrup and digging in. It was better than I remembered, no doubt owing to Ty's culinary prowess. I was awestruck from the handwritten notes to the fresh clothes to having collected my own clothes for me and even prepared my favorite breakfast based on little more than a throwaway comment several days prior. This was a man I wanted to spend my life with. I was so impressed, so taken aback, my tail continued to wag. The pace accelerated to a brisk repetition and my smile grew only wider. Eventually my breakfast was finished and I found myself somewhat heartbroken by the fact. Despite this, I knew that this would be first in a long line of wonderful meals Ty would prepare. I thought that quickly returned me to my prior state of barely contained joy. I placed my plate and utensils in Ty's dishwasher and returned the ice cream to the freezer. I thought about leaving Ty a note thanking him for breakfast and informing him of what I'd done with his bedsheets before deciding against this. I was going to pay him a visit instead. There you know. Stray nail. Okay. Seeing no further reason to linger, I grabbed the tote bag containing my clothing and headed to the front door, making sure to flick the switch so it would be locked on my departure before finally passing through. And thus I departed Ty's house. It was a beautiful day, the warmth of the sun reflecting my upbeat mood. Once more, I failed to resist the influence of my emotions, my tail wagging as I walked. I would have looked silly were anyone to have seen, but I didn't care. I was in love, and nothing could take that away from me. Oh. I reached the curb in front of Ty's house and pondered whether to head directly into the bar or to kill some time beforehand. It's like, no, water time. Oh, that's good water. Okay. Looking west, I noticed a collection of dark clouds on the horizon, juxtaposed against the clear skies directly overhead. Oh, God. Air caught in my throat. Ooh. Such is the risk of drinking carbonated beverages. Alright, it would be a terrible shame were they to venture in this direction. Where'd it go? Oh. A bit of side content, okay. Upon leaving Ty's, I checked my phone to find a recent text message from Axel. It read, "I'm bored. Dom's working. I'm gonna go swimming in the river near the North Bridge. Wanna come?" It seemed like a shame to waste this fantastic weather by heading straight to the bar without delay. Besides, Ty would be working the rest of the day. There was no rush. I texted back, agreeing to Axel's invitation, before heading in the direction of the North Bridge. The two of us arrived around the same time as one another and wasted no time getting in the water. Geez, I didn't expect it to be so cold. Oh, it is fall, after all. It'll be okay once you get used to it. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so what? You know, you and Ty. How'd things go? Oh, they went okay, I guess. It was a touch embarrassing to admit how well things had gone. I thought carefully about my next words. Alas, my tail began violently thrashing the surface of the water, and my cheeks lit up a rosy red, undermining my attempt at an obvious response. Your body tells a different story. Damn it! That's so cute. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I mean, about that, All of a sudden, Axel started acting kind of weird. I chalked it up to nerves and decided to let it slide. Well, yeah, things went really well, and kind of head over heels. It's a little embarrassing. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm really happy for you. I hope I get to find out what that feels like someday. You will. You're a great guy. I wouldn't be surprised if you had people crushing on you right across town. Oh, I didn't know about that, but thanks. Look out, boys, I'm coming in. Huh? Suddenly, an unknown figure dive-bombed into the water between us, splashing us both with copious amounts of water. Who the... When the figure surfaced, it was none other than... Oh, great. It was Eric. Howdy, boys. Hey, that was rude. Sorry, little guy. I just like to make an entrance. Well, you sure made one, but why? Where did you even come from? I was helping Lucas during the morning. Another short day today, so I was headed home, and what do I see? If it isn't Hunter and the delivery boy taking a dip. I couldn't resist joining the two of you. Oh, right, you work for Lucas, don't you? That's right. So tell me, Hunter, how did the, celebrations go? Oh, keeping Eric somewhat in the dark seemed like a smart move. After all, he wasn't known for his restraint. It was nice. Nice, eh? Yeah, we had a few drinks, talked about ourselves, and... What? And you fucked like rabbits, right? Eric! Hey, that... Holy shit, you did too! Spill it! I want every detail! What's his dick like? Paint me a picture with your words. I want to be able to picture every vein. Thank you, now. Water time. Eric has literally no shame. I bet it's huge, right? Man, I'm so jealous. What positions did you guys try? I bet he's got such a firm ass. Man, I can't believe it happened so fast, especially with such a big age gap. You're really gonna mention the age gap when you're over here lusting after Lucas? Duh. I want to know your secret. I've been putting the moves on Lucas for a long time, and you managed to bet his best friend in, 48 hours? You have to tell me your secret. How'd you do it? Eric's persistent vulgarity seemed to be making Axel uncomfortable, and I'd have been lying if I said I wasn't feeling somewhat similarly myself. I decided to try and change the topic. I'll tell you another time. Ah, right. Don't want to rob the poor cheat of his innocence, eh? So, Axel, how's things going with your man? What? Eric! You and that damn fox, Dom. There's definitely something going on there. As it would turn out, Eric was terrible at keeping secrets. Again, I found that hardly surprising. I don't... Aw, come on, he's cute, right? And you're cute, too. Be a perfect couple. I'm cute? Yeah, of course. I bet he thinks so, too. Axel was blushing like crazy and had a total loss for words. Come to think of it, Eric was practically his polar opposite. It made sense that he would be easily flustered by him. Eric, don't you think that's enough? I think you've made him uncomfortable. Ah, yeah, have it. Sorry, still though, I'm serious. You two would be an adorable couple. Having had enough of Eric's loud mouth, I lowered my hands into the water and hit Eric with the biggest splash I could muster. Okay, loud and clear. There was silence for a few moments as Axel stared down at the water while blushing madly, and Eric's eyes darted between the two of us frantically. Then he splashed me back. Ah, cold! Ha, that's what you get. I returned a bigger splash, to which Eric just laughed at me. Come on, is that really all you... His sentence was interrupted by another splash. We both looked over at Axel, who was grinning madly. Oh, now it's on! The two began fighting a war between them. Axel's laughing, occasionally turning to more of a gargling sound due to a mouthful of water. They exchanged blows for a short while before stopping and exchanging a strange look. What was that? What's going on? Together, they both turned around and splashed me in unison. You will both regret that. I began splashing each of them with separate hands, trying my best to keep up with their blows. Oh, God. That's a penis. After an extended water fight, the three of us retreated to dry land. Both myself and Axel had entered the water in our shorts, which we were now attempting to dry in the sun. Eric, on the other hand, well, he hadn't been wearing anything at all. Eric, you're naked! Well, it's not like I was prepared for this scenario. I didn't want to get my clothes wet. Axel was utterly transfixed and couldn't seem to take his eyes off it. Anyway, that was fun, but I'd better grab my clothes and head off home now. See you boys at work. Bye. Following Eric's departure, Axel picked up a bag of his belongings and pulled out a pair of glasses. I didn't know you wore glasses. Oh, well, I usually wear contacts, but I have to take them out before I swim. I see. Well, I can only apologize on Eric's behalf. Huh. Oh, it's all right. This is fun. Even with his dick hanging out? I mean, that was... Axel seemed to ponder for a moment. I didn't have my glasses on, but he looked pretty big, huh? I don't claim to be the expert on rat dicks, but for his size, it was a bit bigger than I was expecting. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Anyway, I hope what he said didn't make you feel uncomfortable. He said I was cute. Yep, he did. Do you think Dom thinks so? So you really are interested? Well, he's my best friend, but you're kind of dating your boss, which is... Yeah, I guess we're both crossing some boundaries, huh? Do you think things will work out between you two? I'm certain it will. He's amazing, and I have a great feeling about it. I understand. If it works out for you two, maybe it'll work out for Dom and me, too. Maybe it will. Ooh, excuse me. I'll be rooting for you guys. Thanks. Anyway, I suppose I should be getting moving. I've still got something I need to do. All right. Thanks for coming out. It was good seeing you again. Until next time. All right. Ty, let's go see our man. Our man at work. I finally arrived at the bar where Ty was serving several customers drinks from behind the bar. He was so focused on his task that he didn't immediately notice my arrival. When he did, a look of surprise briefly flashed across his face before settling into a wide, toothy grin. Ah, Hunter, what are you doing here? I did not expect to see you again so soon. You sound almost disappointed, and here I was thinking we had a good night. Oh dear, I apologize. That was not my intention. Of course it is a tremendous joy to have you present. Relax, I was only kidding. Oh, thank goodness. I must say you look most striking in these old clothes. It is almost like bearing witness to a younger version of myself. But surely much less handsome, am I right? On the contrary, you're the very picture of good looks, to a degree I could never dream of matching. But flirtatious banter aside, I apologize. Things are a little busy right now, and I must not allow myself to be distracted. I pondered for a moment. I had my work gear with me. Alas, it wasn't quite so fresh. Nonetheless, I felt good. Hell, great even. And I expected that I'd come to feel even better working alongside of my new favorite person. Got a spare uniform by any chance? Oh, whatever for? I'll help. I'm supposed to be working today anyway. If you've got something I can wear, I'm good to go. Make no mistake. I greatly appreciate the gesture, but I will manage. It was an eventful night last night, after all. You no doubt need your rest. What, you didn't have an eventful night? You don't seriously expect me to let you do this alone, do you? Please, it is quite all right. Let me rephrase it. I am helping you whether you like it or not. We're in this together. I don't want you to argue. Ty sighed before holding up his hands in surrender, a grateful smile with a gentle twist of guilt adorning his handsome features. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!